Hello, welcome to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. Today we're going to change your propeller on the Mako 50 horse Mercury engine. And we're going to do that in the garage because, as you can see, we're facing 3 days of rain. So this is the motor that we are changing the propeller on. It is a 2-stroke Mercury 50 horsepower 2008 motor. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is make sure we have the right socket to take the old prop off. So for this 2008 Mercury motor, 50 horsepower, it's the 15/16 that I'm using. So we'll make sure that fits. It does. We're also going to need something to keep the propeller from spinning. Loosen that nut. So I just use a regular wheel chuck. So first, get this on there. And then we'll put the wheel chuck in here, and then I can loosen this. Once it's loose, I can drop that down. Now the new prop will come with a new hub kit. That's all these parts in here. But I'll save this as a spare. And this is a little tab that keeps it locked in place. And now this will slide right off. Now, need a screwdriver. Get this backing plate off of here. Because the new one will come with the kit, so that's the backing plate that goes all the way up against it. So that's all the parts, and that's how easy it is to take the old propeller off. Now the propeller that I'm using is a Black Max propeller. It's part number 48-81670-4A45. This is a 10.5 inch diameter, 13 inch pitch, 3-bladed right hand propeller. It is by Mercury, so I'm using the OEM parts. And I went to Bowers Marine, where I bought the boat, to make sure I was getting the proper size. I am changing this propeller because the old one was running the motor up to 6,500 RPMs at 26 miles an hour, and I should be getting just under 30 miles an hour at 5,500 RPMs. So I'm changing out the prop. When we open the box, what we see is the propeller, and notice there's nothing in the center, right? And we got to put that hub kit in. Here is the hub kit, a Flow Torque Reflex hub kit, part 835257K12. I'll put these numbers on screen for you. And then also a set of instructions. And the instructions will cover multiple applications: inboard, outboard, outboard, and then also for other makes of motors like a Yamaha, etc. I'm going to pull all the parts out of that box and we'll see what's in there. Here we see the parts. We see the front piece, right, where this clip goes in, and then the nut goes on top of that, hold that in place. This is the back stop, right, for the back of the shaft towards the motor. It's a little rubber gasket that fits right in here on the hub inside that goes inside the propeller. So those are the parts that we're going to assemble. The first piece that goes on, it's going to sit all the way back in here. I have plenty of grease on the shaft, so I don't have to add any more. And this fits into the hub. So we can put that on like that. And that's going to keep the propeller from scraping against this. Next, we're going to drop this piece from the front of the propeller, well, the back of the propeller where the exhaust comes out. And drop that all the way in there. This piece goes in there next, and that's going to fit in there and hold it together. And you can see that fits right in there, really nice. You just press it right in. And then this little gap on the inside is where the little rubber gasket goes. So there's the rubber gasket. Goes right in there. That assembly is and then this obviously is going to press right into the center once we get this on. So it should fit right on the splines, and then we can put this on, and it'll be pressed in there. Next we have the tab. Notice they fit right into the tabs, and these are out. And then finally we put the locking nut on. I'm going to have to tighten that all down, so I'm going to have to go the opposite way that I went before. All right, so we're going to turn it this way to tighten it. I'm going to have to use a block or something. Some people use a piece of wood in here. I just like using this because it's rubber. So I'm going to tighten this on here. If you okay, let's see if that's good. And that's all there is to it. Hello, guess where we're headed? Over to the lake. We're going to check that new prop we just put on and see if the engine and the boat perform as they should with that particular prop. So I'll see you at the water. Okay, we made it out to the lake. We're going to do a test. Remember, with the old propeller, we got 26 miles an hour at 6,500 RPMs. So we'll do a test and see what this is going to do. With me on the boat today, Skinny Jack Jumbo. Always willing to go out on the boat. All right, so let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, so we learned a couple things today. We learned that we did pick up some speed with the new propeller, and it did reduce the RPMs wide open from 6,500 to 6. So I'm going to go talk to the dealer and see if maybe I should switch from a 13-inch pitch to a 14-inch, and maybe that would give us a little more speed. So with that, I'm signing off. Make sure you have a good time out there.